esta máquina bailando, vamos todos a la playa, vamos todos a gozar. Baila, you know we go, where the freeway is wide, you know we go, where the groove is loud, you know we go, where the feeling is hard, where the feeling is hard. Vamos a la playa, ahí me gusta bailar, ritmo de la noche, salsa y fiesta. Vamos a la playa, ahí me gusta bailar, ritmo de la noche, salsa y fiesta.
Et transparent, ne déplore à ce stade pas de cas avérés de décès imputables à la vaccination. Il y a encore des études et des enquêtes qui sont en cours. Si jamais la situation devait évoluer, ce serait transmis publiquement et en toute transparence. Il y a des signaux européens qui existent avec des agences sanitaires européennes dans d'autres États qui ont pu relever, mais c'est certainement pas la règle, et je vois passer parfois des chiffres complètement farfelus sur une sphère internet qui est plutôt très anti-vaccin. Je me réfère moi à l'Agence nationale de sécurité du médicament qui en toute indépendance et transparence communique sur la réalité des faits.
Eh bien, on va tout simplement le vérifier ensemble, mon petit Olivier. Donc, vous allez sur Google, vous tapez enquête, pharmacovigilance, Pfizer, rapport 18. Donc, c'est le rapport que cite la députée dans sa question. Et lorsque vous accédez donc à ce lien, vous voyez effectivement que c'est le cas, et vous avez donc derrière accès à ce rapport de pharmacovigilance. D'ailleurs, au passage, vous pouvez constater qu'il ne concerne que 4 régions de France. On n'y trouve pas des régions importantes comme Rhône-Alpes ou région parisienne. Étonnant, n'est-ce pas? Donc juste sur ces 4 hôpitaux ou 4 régions françaises, Bordeaux, Marseille, Toulouse, Strasbourg, vous pouvez remarquer, si vous descendez, il y a 76 pages en tout, vous allez à la page 7 sur 76, et vous notez, bien effectivement, le nombre de décès déclarés par l'ANSM. Celle en question que ne remet pas en cause Olivier Véran, et vous voyez effectivement cette députée qui citait le bon chiffre, combien de décès déclarés au 26 août 906. Alors mon petit Olivier, c'est pas beau de mentir, dis donc mon garçon. Allez, on réécoute.
De plus, l'Agence nationale de sécurité du médicament et des produits de santé relèverait 906 décès imputables au vaccin Pfizer au 26 août.
Les rapports de la NSM qui sont publics et transparents ne déplorent à ce stade pas de cas avérés de décès imputables à la vaccination.
Incroyable, c'est incroyable. Frère, le pays, il lâche.
Suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries.
2 ans plus tard, le président Reagan fit les gros titres de la presse nationale en évoquant de nouveau les extraterrestres à l'Assemblée générale des Nations unies.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
L'onorevole Cunha viene fisicamente.
T'en penses quoi, toi, du vaccin?
Moi?
Oui. Ah oui!
Krajská hygienická stanice udělala to, co se standardně dělá, šetření, epidemiologické šetření na místě, které zjistí, kde je problém, a pak ty opatření cílí na ten problém, konkrétní problémy, které jsou, aby se řešily. A to není možné.
The last 2 years have demonstrated a simple but brutal truth. If we leave anyone behind, in the end, we leave everyone behind. If we fail to vaccinate every person, we give rise to new variants that spread across borders and bring daily life and economies to a grinding halt. And if we fail to provide debt relief and financing to developing countries, we create a lopsided recovery that can send an interconnected global economy into a tailspin. If we fail to reduce inequalities, we weigh down economic progress for all people in all countries. And if we fail to match climate rhetoric with climate actions, we condemn ourselves to a hotter, more volatile hearse with worsening disasters and mass displacement. Now, at the core of these failures is a global inability to support developing countries in their hour of need. Without immediate action to support developing countries, inequalities and poverty will deepen. And this will result in more social unrest and more violence. First, we need to confront the pandemic with equity and fairness. Last fall, the World Health Organization unveiled a strategy to vaccinate 40% of people in all countries by the end of last year and 70% by the middle of this year. We are nowhere near these targets. Vaccination rates in high-income countries are shamefully 7 times higher than in African countries. And we need vaccine equity now. Now, all countries and all manufacturers must prioritize vaccine supply to COVAX and support the local production of tests, vaccines, and treatments around the world. We need pharmaceutical companies to stand in solidarity with developing countries by sharing licenses, know-how, and technology so we can all find a way out of this pandemic.
Hi, Richard Citizen.
How are you guys?
Richard Citizen. You're on weeds, right?
Thank you for teaching students that our own mental health is much less important than making triple vaccinated adults feel safe. Thank you for teaching me that even the most minute risk is not worth taking. Life is best when you take the path of least resistance, with no chance of failure and definitely no chance of catching a cold. Thank you for not reaching out to the students to ask how we feel about masks, because if you did, the majority of students would say that they hate masks, and then you might second guess your decision to make us wear them. Thank you for allowing me to experience the anxiety associated with never seeing facial expressions. Thank you for teaching us that we should never question authority or think critically, but instead we should follow whatever the people in charge tell us to do. Obedience is best. I realize now that thinking for yourself is overrated and not really necessary when you can just make decisions based on fear. Thank you for pushing your irrational fears and anxieties on me, because I didn't already have enough to worry about. I realize now how easy I had it when I only had to worry about my classes, my grades, SAT, and getting into college. Thank you for teaching me that being a morally superior person only requires that I cover my face for 8 hours a day, and that the most morally superior people wear 2 masks or even 3 masks. As you know, states around us, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, and Minnesota, which have 2.5 times more students than Illinois, don't force kids to wear masks. I'm with you, though. These states are out of control, recklessly putting kids at risk of misery and death every day. Masks work, even if these states have the same outcomes as Illinois. Speaking of data, thank you for staying silent about masking, despite the fact that COVID has a very high survival rate in kids my age. Who needs data anyway, though? We all know that it will never be safe to see anyone's face ever again.